Hi, this is Chris Buteau with Capstone Home Loans, and this is your Mortgage Moment brought to you by the Daniel Goheen team. I want to talk to you a little bit about being competitive in a changing market. Everybody knows the market's cooled off a little bit, and we're certainly seeing more properties that have been sitting longer, and we are seeing some price reductions. But that doesn't mean that the sellers are ready to roll over, or that you're going to be in any particular situation with a house that you're going after where there isn't any competition. And so it's still important to be competitive in any situation and to be strategic about that. And the way that you would be competitive in this market is different than maybe what you would have needed to be 6 months ago when there was multiple offers and everything was still white hot. And the way that I might suggest now is, with sellers facing pressure to lower their price, lower their listing price, but still resisting that, one of the ways that you can be more competitive as a buyer and also give a win to the seller is, instead of asking for as large as a price reduction, asking for a smaller price reduction, but then also asking for some points to buy down your interest rate. And basically what this does is, let's say for example, instead of asking for a 5% reduction in price, you ask for a 1% reduction in price and 2 points to buy your rate down. Now over time, the value of that bought down rate is going to make up for the additional cost of the home, because in this case, instead of 5% reduction, you're only getting 3% total, but you're applying 2% of that to buy down the rate. And then over time, the value of that lower rate will make up for the additional price that you paid. But in the seller's mind, they are only conceding 3% instead of 5%, so you will be more competitive in that. And another benefit of this approach is that your mortgage payment is actually lower, even though you're paying more for the house. In the situation where you're only asking for 3% total reduction or a 1% in price, you're actually paying a lower monthly payment. And so it's better for your budget, it's better for your qualifying. Over time, the equity catches up. If you're in the house long enough, the equity catches up by having more of your payment go towards principal because you have a lower interest rate. And it's a win for the seller because they're not having to reduce their price by as much. So think about that. Obviously there's a lot of details to be worked out, and if you were going to go into a specific situation, I would certainly recommend that you get those details priced out and so you could see what the effect is. And I'm happy to do that for you at any time. Thank you. This has been Chris Buteau with Capstone Home Loans on behalf of the Daniel Goheen team.